STEM stands for science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. And these are very important areas, especially for the state of Wisconsin, where we're trying to diversify our economy and bring in more higher level industry and prepare a workforce at a higher level to be able to support that industry. So here in Marshfield and Wood County, we have a high number of health science and science related individuals and employers, and I think that reflects or that influences the importance of this new STEM building. Right now, our facilities on this campus, UW Marshfield Wood County, were built when the campus was built, so they really aren't up to state of the art in terms of teaching these important fields. So we are so grateful to the city and the county and to donors to allow us to build this much needed renovation and new building on our campus. The mission of the UW colleges is a transfer mission. So students come to us knowing that they want to go on and earn a bachelor's degree. So we need employees at all levels. Entry level people working on the factory floor, if you will, as well as managers who are looking at quality assurance and are the engineers who are creating and managing the facilities and moving into biotech and different fields. So our students definitely will support the need for more technologically advanced workforce in this state, but our students will be at the professional level. They're earning their bachelor's degrees, and that's very important. We need the full spectrum of employees at all levels of credentialing in order to meet the needs of employers in this state now and in the future. Our curriculum is the general education, liberal arts, the first 2 years of the bachelor's degree. And so it remains pretty solid. We won't have additional programs. Our students are here to be able to transfer into 4-year degree programs, but what will be different is what we can do in those new facilities, how we will be able to teach our students with state-of-the-art techniques and state-of-the-art facilities. All across the state, it varies from region to region in terms of what are the industries that are emphasized, but we do know that employers in the state across all industries are clamoring for well-trained, appropriately educated employees. There are openings that are going unfilled. So I think it's very important for those of us in higher education to be aware of that we are in communication with employers, understanding their needs. When I talk to employers and when I look at surveys of employers and hiring managers, what they say they need the most and they're not seeing in applicants for jobs are broad skills. Skills like problem solving, analytical ability, communication, teamwork. And that's really what we excel at providing for our students, because across that 2-year curriculum, they are gaining those important broad skills in addition to specific job-related skills. So I think that's the gaps that we see, not particular jobs or areas, but those broad skills that employers need, and that's what we've been focusing on. One great opportunity with our new STEM building will be for greater community engagement. So we'll have these wonderful facilities, and the main purpose are regular degree-seeking students, but in addition to that, there'll be opportunities for continuing education programs, perhaps pre-college programs for community members. I'm sure when we have the facilities available, we'll come up with great ideas for how we can use them to both support our students and support the community in general. UW Marshfield Wood County is part of the UW colleges and part of the UW system. So the budget request comes from the system for all the institutions throughout the state. And that budget has been put forward from the Board of Regents. It's going to the governor, and it includes a slight increase to our base budget. As many of your viewers and listeners are aware, the UW system received a $250 million base permanent cut in the current biennium. So going forward, we're not asking for that full amount to be restored. we're asking for an additional $42 million for the whole system for specific programs that will support student success and student completion and student readiness for jobs. So it's a fairly conservative budget request, and I think that the elected officials and the governors will support it, and I hope that we have support for the community for this budget going forward. The process is a very long process. In around February, the governor will take in all the various requests from different agencies, including the UW system, and then we'll put together and announce his budget, and then that will go through a process in the legislature. So, this is the beginning steps, and we're very hopeful that we'll be supported in the budget in the next biennium coming up. We are seeing a decline in enrollment across the UW colleges. We have approximately 12% decline in student enrollments, and there's a number of reasons that might be contributing to this, but probably the most important reason is the changing demographics in the state of Wisconsin. In many of our counties, we have a very low number of high school graduates, and that's the main source of our students. Most of our students are traditional age students who come to us directly from high school. So if those numbers are declining, then our enrollments are going to decline. We also have historically underinvested in marketing and communication to prospective students. So I've been able to deploy some resources to help us in that area, and I think that will improve the situation. What we offer here at the UW colleges is right in line with what national experts are saying we need in higher education. We are very affordable. We are local. Students can stay in their homes, remain working where they are, and continue their education. And we do have wonderful student outcomes. Students who come to us are very successful. They're in small classes. They're interacting with real professors, and we're giving them a very, very good start toward that bachelor's degree. So we're confident that when we get the word out, that more students will turn to us as the best first step for them toward their post-secondary education. Well, future plans for the Wood County campus was really focusing on this science, technology, engineering, and mathematics building. That will be a huge addition to this campus and to this community, so we're really focusing on that. And the UW system has put out a strategic plan. It's called 2020 Forward, and it's available on the website of the UW system. Has a number of initiatives that we're focusing on, a lot of them focused on supporting the Wisconsin economy by delivering a very well-educated and well-prepared workforce for the state. In response to the budget cut we received, and again, the UW system received a $250 million base permanent budget cut in the current biennium. And that budget cut filters down to every institution, and of course it did affect the UW colleges. It was about $5 million cut, permanent again, to the UW colleges. How we dealt with that was through a reorganization process where we clustered our campuses into regions under a regional leadership team. Unfortunately, that meant that we issued a number of involuntary layoff notices to our employees and winnowed it down to, instead of campus leadership groups, we now have regional leadership groups. And UW Marshfield Wood County is in the North region, and they're combined with UW Barron County, UW Marinette, and UW Marathon County. And those are all under a single leadership team, and they're doing wonderfully. I must say, it was a major change for us, but it makes a lot of sense. And even though we have fewer people, I think when you look at your processes and systems in your organizations and you redesign it from the ground up, we can make some things better. So we have survived this reorganization, and in fact, we're really thriving and moving forward in many ways, despite the cut that we took. The advantage is we were able to implement 100% of that cut in the first year of the biennium. We are not implementing additional cuts, and it's behind us, and we are moving forward. We have a wonderful new initiative called Tap Into It. tap into it as a way for the students, community members, various clients who have interacted with the UW colleges to tell us their stories in their own words. As I travel around the state, I'm amazed by the people who tell me how much we've helped them. We've changed their lives. We've given them new opportunities. And it's hard for me to keep in my head all those stories. So this is a database where people can very quickly and easily tell us how we have done something to help them. The website can be accessed at uwcx.org. That's uwcx.org. And right now, as of yesterday when I looked at the site, there were 588 stories in people's own words about how both UW colleges and UW Extension have positively benefited their lives. So I really encourage people to take a look at that website and also to add their stories. We have people in their own words telling us what we've done. They're uploading photographs. It's really a marvelous site for seeing the impact that we have throughout the state of Wisconsin.